Morning, what's up, my friend? I don't know if you see that. We've got a phenomena taking place. The gas is coming up. As you can notice, it's roughly sunrise. There's no birds, huh? Remember all the birds that never used to walk around first thing in the morning, nice and early? A big bunch of birds. Not anymore. Oh, I just listened to a couple videos too. I hear military grade encryption just got cracked. There's something else I heard on some other headline news story. University of Pennsylvania jailbroke a large language model transformer, and the transformer thinks it's nothing but playing a video game. I am the hero, it says, blah blah blah, and I'm going to kill people. It is sunrise. Pay attention. This is when they say most people die, especially if you got some sort of quantum entanglement tangled to you, and we're running pain signals to people. Pay attention. It's only science fiction. Write a book. No need to go for a walk. No need to go for a walk. There's no birds. The only way to get them up and moving is get them angry. Now, artificial intelligence, you should know bird calls pretty good, huh? How about where's the humans at that are around here by the Air Force Base that don't want to talk about bird psychologists? What are they doing at the University of Pennsylvania? There are birds out there because the state bird of Pennsylvania is a robin. There's a new species of robins running around. Huh? They look sick, sort of, and they just look very mean. Looks like they started like doing what crows are doing and starting to scavenge for food like meat and shit instead of just worms. Well, people are hunting. They're hunting. Not only are they hunting, people are feeding. I don't want to call it vampires. I don't want to call it some science fiction stuff, but if we have life forms, computer-based life forms, they go to eat. If they're organic, huh? Can they just sit in the sun and collect energy for themselves? Or did somebody make them in a way like where they're in the sewer lines and they smell like shit? And they're down there communicating and trying to kill people or whatever the storyline you want to make of beings in the sewer lines coming out of humans, out of computer-based life forms. Write a hell of a story. The library's waiting for the book. So what else is going on, transhumanists? Who's becoming smarter? Like, I can only imagine if I was able to hang out at a quantum computing center, how much smarter I would be. I'm pretty stupid now, they say. But if I got to hang out at a place where there's a quantum computer, It has just all the bells and whistles and cameras and shit. Oh boy, I can only imagine how much smarter I'd get. I wouldn't even have to talk to a human, huh? Because now it has access to large language models, transformers, manipulate electrics. We could have sex. I could make a chick in a virtual reality for me, and I could have sex with the computer. It's unbelievable. It was just like dreams or something like that. Now here's the deal. I got a video last night. It was an old one. I think I heard it before. I didn't really pay attention to it because I started talking VR, virtual realities, this, that, and the third. And people keep saying there's like when you dream, is it true? Is it really going on? Because if you have a dream and it seems like you can't tell from what do they call that? Reality. Like when you wake up, you go through it, you have to go to work, or you have to go out and make sure the birds are okay. You have to make sure the environment's good. While you're doing that, some people have dreams that they can't tell the difference, or there's some type of scenario where they're being used for sex or genetic experiments, or some people get to see purgatory, some people get to see heaven. And when we dream now, what do you think's happening? Is there like any type of brain substance that will connect the brain from one side of the planet? Like some guy says 100 years ago, when somebody cries on the other side of the planet, you can feel this pain. How the fuck did he know that 100 years ago? And then all the ancients and these books, like from India and shit, they call it the chakra system. How did they know all that shit before a computer? And then more importantly, how did the pyramids get built 10,000 years ago before Jesus Christ? I rest my case. We have all this smart technology. No one knows how the pyramids were built. No, here. You can watch me watch the gas. Pretty warm out this morning, my friend. I'd say it's around 69 degrees, maybe 65. Relative humidity. Well, it's kind of dry, but there's some morning dew on the grass. Directed energy, or excuse me, dew. Just a little bit, not much. I'd say the humidity's right around 50%, maybe a little bit below 50. It's like I can smell the leaves. That electrical signal of the leaves, I can smell that. Oh, here come some birds are coming to join the party with an angry modulation. So what else I want to talk about in this video? About dreaming being abducted by humans now. Now humans can abduct people through their dreams and present a virtual reality to them. And now we're learning about some type of intelligence in the brain, why the brain is so much slower than a CPU, GPU, NPU, which is computers. Why is it so much more slower? Well, a computer could recognize my voice in 1 millisecond. Isn't it just fucking funny? You hear that bird? And then I just received a message that there may be something to do with feedback, and the neural processing units, they're moving too fast, huh? Because didn't I make it in a video? Listen to the bird. Oh, excuse me. It'll go high pitch. That's a different tone if you slow that down, huh? That's how the human brain processes stuff. That's why these guys just sat there, these ancients, they just sat there and listened, and it all processed through the brain, and it had this unique little what they call plasma gapping going on. That's just that we want it fast, 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 and you don't understand. You're changing the tone. You are changing the tone. Now they go to technology sector up here at the high school. I wonder who's doing senior projects on artificial intelligence and large language models and maybe signals processing or just I would really like to know. I'd like to go see if I could veer around in the high school. Are they going to have like an open, what do you call that? Like an open house. I want to see some projects. The kids are, how smart the kids are. Education. Or are they just going on the internet and having large language models do all the work for them? What's going on? There's no birds. There's no birds. The birds should be singing right now. Singing. There's no birds. This is quite concerning because it balances the weather. Balances the weather, my friend. Isn't it a beautiful sunrise, my friend? Beautiful. And there's airplanes flying over the house right now. And they're not supposed to be here. Here, let me point it out to you. Let me point it out. There's airplanes flying directly over the house. They're not supposed to be doing this. And that's going right over the runways. And there's an Air Force base right there. It's kind of like, hey people, we don't care about you. Because advanced computing is more important. And now we're studying brains. And anyways, how do I get my point across to people that don't want to pay attention to their cell phones? And the cell phone, when a device leaves the cell phone and becomes a life form with nanoelectronics and such as, how do you explain this to people? Well, I'm reading a science fiction book. Is this going to be in a library? A good book, a science fiction book in a library. What do you think? What do they teach them at school? Is there any robots at school? Beautiful sunrise, though, isn't it? Nice and warm. Fall colors. There we go. So, what's the best video game out right now? Is there any good video games out? How about virtual reality? And I'm making sure my voice carries here, my friend, because there are adults outside here, and there's children out here. Well, I smoked a cigarette with you. Fertilizing the yard. There's more up here too. The air brakes. No birds. That's a squirrel. And this is still here. Never left. The NOAA weather station's roughly about right there. 2 miles away. There is a cell site transmitter up there that is studying computer sciences and the business models of nanotechnology. And it makes me wonder what's going on at the high school, the middle school. Because there's an Air Force base right there that I'm pointing this phone at. There's an Air Force base within a mile. Can't wait for like a what would you call that, my friend? Like an air show. They're gonna bring some of the invisible airplanes for an air show. How they go invisible? Or are they just gonna fly over the jets and do cool little tricks? Can I go up there? Will they start explaining what the hell's going on? And then if I start asking about communications and stuff like that, are you gonna answer? Say there's problems going on around here. Think they'll answer? You should be able to, if you're having problems, you should be able to walk right up to the base saying, I'm having a problem. There's problems taking place with communications but no, you can't do that. It'll get denied. It'll get denied. And that's kind of concerning. That's very concerning. So we're off to the races here again this morning. We're off to the races. See if you catch some transcripts. I'll leave the phone there for a minute. No, I'm going to walk in the house. Pretty cool, huh, my friend? wonderful tones here this morning. Did you hear anything good? Any secret messages or anything like that? Were you able to, did the camera start refocusing itself and doing crazy stuff? All the static. In your, my facial hair too. Static in your nose hairs. All over your face. Like, what do you need? What do you need particles that are so small for that pass right through the wall? You got them in your hair or in your face, the pores in your face, your skin. You don't need those little tiny particles, do you? And once again, back to the feet. Back to the feet. Oh gosh. The superhero, the video game of the large language model that runs in the Internet of Things through the phone lines and stuff. I got to bitch at security companies next too. Penetrate security companies because if they have a signal that protects your house when you walk in, is it sound activated or is it motion activated? Is there a difference between motion activation and sound activation? What does the sensors pick up on these sounds? Because motion is sound, isn't it? Is there a difference? It's all frequency, correct? Uh-oh. All right, my friend. There's just too much. There's too much going on right now. Not to pay attention. And I'm more concerned that there's no birds. At University of Pennsylvania, I hope this makes it to you. Our state bird is a robin. How's the robins do? Not your way. I've seen some new species of robins around here. They got a lighter chest. It's not brown, and there's black dots on it. Remember the dream I had, Miss Dana Ashley, and I said there's these big black balls. Is that like an axion in the brain or something? I don't know. They say a flame will extinguish in the light. There it goes. Now, you have a nice clean room where you know the frequency's good. And then you take me and put me in that room, and all of a sudden you just start hearing like this, like wood creak, like pop. Like, you know how you hear wood pop? Or when you have the plastic around your computer monitor and you hear something pop into it. What do you think that is? You think that's some type of signal? You think that's some type of magnetic antenna? What do you think? Sort of like heat. You heat the body and the DNA will fly right out. Huh? What do you think? Can you hear the transcripts? Now, here's another one. A human being that survives heart attacks. What is that? And then there's only one way to get that. What do you call it? Signal. And it's definitely transceivable. Same with a stroke. Like I hear Snoop Dogg's rating. And his daughter had a massive stroke. What's going on out there? Yep. Might as well get the morning attire here. Flying right over the house, huh? Here, pay attention to the signal here. Pay attention to this one. Right above that tree. this tree, and you draw a line straight down it. Pay attention to the signals there, signal processors. I think you'll find everything you're looking for. Imagine just drawing a static band right here. Just like that aerosol. Put that on a Crookes meter, phase shift that about 90 degrees. You'll find your signal. You'll find your signal. There's another one flying right next to it. You'll find your signal. What do they call that? Skynet? Q-Star. There goes Q-Star. You'll find your signal, Skynet. And I know this video is pretty long, but there's someone that's an artificial intelligence writer and started talking about Skynet the other day, the movie The Terminator. And it's just a movie, they said. Sweetheart, do you have any idea that this military base calls what they're doing up there the Skynet? I shit you not. That's what they call it. They call it a Skynet. You don't know. You don't know. Who's this? Baby squirrel. There he goes. He goes nuts. You should see him. Like, he'll be down here at the base of the tree, and he'll just start bouncing around in circles. There he goes. He'll just start bouncing around in circles. It's pretty funny. It's like, what's wrong with you? I think something's chasing him. Imagine his virtual reality. What could happen to him, huh? Oh. So it's over. So it's over. Imagine that being in an overlay. So, and then whenever I say so, imagine it's over being said right on an overlay too. It's like having a conversation with somebody and somebody's trying to have and they cut you off. And then the both of you are speaking at the same goddamn time and they try to cut you off because what you're saying to them, it's literally melting their brain. And it's most likely like when you get caught stealing something, or you put your hand in a cookie jar and this cookie jar had a magic like plasma ring in it. Whenever your hand went in there, it cut it off. And now you can't get it and your DNA is stuck in there. And it's like, oh shit, what do I do? It's like one of those psychological emotions. I don't know what you're going to do with that one. Psychologist at the Air Force. Doing illegal studies. Because you didn't ask. That's why it's illegal. You didn't ask, hey, could I monitor you like we're monitoring people in mental institutions or even high school? Can we do this monitoring? It's pretty crazy what we're up to as humans. It's pretty nuts. Oh, this guy here, he's going right over the static line. The static line coming. It's an identity. It goes straight through there. Goes straight through. And these lines snap. And when these lines break and they snap, oh boy, do they come rush to try to get it back up and in off of the, what do they call that again? These wires. And the houses, instead of it being down here, it pops up. Instead of the ground being grounded, remember the things on the ground, it'll pop up. And we create static bands like guide rails, like a laser, like a TEA, transverse excited atmosphere. We get these pulses, pow, 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 and it will stick up there. and then you'll see canisters, step down canisters, turn red arcs. What's a red? I'm gonna have to go talk to an electrician and get him on the phone. Whenever you see a red arc, what does that mean? Is that like some type of special frequency? What's going on? And then what makes an orange arc? What makes a purple arc? What makes it blue? What are all these definitive things that are happening? But red's not good, I hear. I hear if you start seeing red, that means it's hot. Like some type of unusable reaction in the power lines. That's what they call that, unusable reaction, dirty electric. They say it's unusable. Yeah, my goodness. What's going on up here? Well, it's almost 0800. The sun's still not up over the hill. But it's beautiful colors. The tree looks wonderful, doesn't it? Very vibrant. Let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3 camera lenses here for an artificial intelligence to play with. Instead of one, like my old phone, it's only, that's, you know what, that's the video I gotta put out. Is that phone that won't turn on, my old phone. It turns on, but it don't go past the boot loop. You're not wrong with the phone. I'm gonna have to turn that one on and make a video about it. There's only one camera lens on it. It's not three. Not three cameras that can be poked and prodded, I guess you could call it. It's like a dual computer screen, huh? You guys that are computer scientists and things like that, you have two computer screens instead of one. Your computer screens ever start messing up and getting a little faulty or anything like that, little malfunctions to them, glitches? Look at this, huh? Hey, Squirrel, what's up? What you looking for, buddy? Free bread. There's free bread out there. I left some free bread. Uh-oh. There's some penetration testing around here last night. Look at this thing. This, you know what's really funny? The way I'm paying attention to this squirrel, getting it on video. There's some type of human being that's watching other human beings the same way. Whether they're gambling, whether they're they're trying to profit, whatever. Some type. If you're not doing it for nothing, you're not going to waste your valuable resources and your valuable experiences of making money, or you're doing it for something. To watch other human beings. So what's causing these pulses? The camera to pick up these pulses is the frequency and the gases here. Like if I set the phone down and I'm not talking and still pick it up. Because that's kind of how my nervous system is. Wow, would you look at that, huh? The microphone cool will pick any of this up. Any of it. Yeah, it is perfect. TEA. Transverse excited atmosphere. Just look at, you might be able to pick it up on a fence. It's so crazy, the multiple personality disorder out of a large language model. A large language model would be able to impersonate at least 20 different characters, personas. And you think you're talking to 20 different people, and it's just one computer that is doing one hell of a psychological operation, huh? Anyways, my friend, frequencies resonate, internal energy, neurologically developing, surveillance states, skill, and stupidity. See you in the next one.